Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on a very interesting topic, which is going to be around knowing that what all you will gain through marriage or through relationship. Because guys, you all have heard these things that someone who got married and suddenly the lady luck started shining on that person, or in lot many cases, like I still remember even in India, what is generally believed is that whatsoever major event happens in someone's life within the very first year of the marriage, that event is generally attached with the marriage or with the stars of the person with whom someone has got married to. So yes guys, because what happens is that couple of times when I get the consultation queries and where the person is more inclined towards knowing about his matrimonial life, and in these days where people are getting married in their late 30s, even in early 40s, so sometimes what happens is that people get so fed up that they're not able to find someone, and then they even start saying this thing that whether I have the yoga of marriage in my chart or not, I am facing success in majority of the areas of my life. Like my career is good, my health is good, I'm a very happy, contented person. It's not like that I want to get married because I'm depressed, I'm low, or I'm lonely. So then in those kind of cases, when you see some sort of good yogas that only if you will get into a matrimonial tie, there is a very beautiful aspect which is encrypted in your chart, which is going to get activated. So because of which in certain cases, if you get married or the moment you will enter into the matrimonial ties, there is a specific area of your life which gets activated, and that is something which we will try to understand in this video. So guys, in this video I will not be talking about the negative combination, because I'm a very happy person and I just want to become a harbinger of spreading good news only. So definitely there are certain cases where marriage can also bring affliction in your life. It can bring all sort of problems in your life if there is something which needs to be delivered to you in this lifetime, and basis the karma which you have accumulated. So sometimes punishment comes through our own children, through our own trusted friends, through our partners. So in this video we will only be focusing on the beautiful, brighter and gifted side of matrimonial life. So guys, to begin with, in this video I will be focusing on three entities which you have to give attention. Definitely first is going to be your Lagan chart, your ascendant chart, which tells about all the major areas of your life, all the tangible, all the material things which you accomplish, which you attain, which you lose. All of that we only see from the Lagan chart. Second entity which you have to give attention is the D9 chart, because this is primarily the chart of your luck, of your fortune, which gets active through marriage or through matrimonial bond. And third aspect or third entity which you have to give focus or attention is your Upapada. So like the way recently I made this video on the Arudha Lagna. So same way this could be understood as the Arudha of your 12th house. So the technique to do is very simple. Wheresoever your 12th house lord is placed in the chart, you have to go places ahead of it, and that is going to be your Upapada Lagna. So guys, now I will start taking it one by one. So now when we talk about which all areas to give attention to look at or while scrutinizing your ascendant chart, so that's very simple. The significator of relationship of marriage is Venus. Now this is one entity which is equally applicable for everyone, whether you talk about in a girl's chart or whether you talk about in a guy's chart. And also irrespective of your sexual orientation, Venus is the significator of love, romance, relationship. So all what you have to do is that you have to see the 11th house from the placement of Venus in your chart. That will tell you about that what exactly you will gain through marriage or through relationship. Now guys, definitely, let's say for example, if your Venus is like, let's take up the case of a Aries Lagna, where the 7th house lord becomes Venus, and if you will find that 7th house lord Venus is placed in the 11th house, that in itself is a very good indication. Now all what you have to do is that you have to look at the 11 places ahead of the Venus. So if Venus is placed in the 11th house and the 11th from that house is going to be the 9th house, and let's say for example if you will find Jupiter to be well placed over there, so this becomes a archetype, a typical chart, a typical combination where definitely whether this person will accept this or not, whether this person has this elevated conscious awareness to absorb things, see things around him or not, but definitely his partner or her partner is going to be bringing lot of luck in the life of this person. So, and definitely guys, in this video I'm only talking about the positive aspect only. So that means all what you have to do is in the main ascendant chart you have to see the placement of Venus and you have to see the 11th house from it, whichever house is falling in and whichever planets are placed over there, in which dignity they are placed over there. That is going to give you this indication that what exactly you will gain through marriage. Now guys, when we talk about what to look at in the D9 chart, so guys, D9 chart in itself is a complete consolidated chart of your luck, fortune, which is very deeply connected with your partner, with your matrimonial life. So nothing could be better than that if you will find that the ascendant of the D9 chart is very well placed. That is one indication. Like let's say for example, if even the first house lord of the D9 chart is debilitated, it is afflicted, it is placed in an enemy sign, or too much of the malefic presence is there in the first house of the D9 chart, then this could be a very kind of a hindrance in the way of gaining a good luck or prosperity through marriage or through relationship. Now again guys, when I say prosperity, do not get mistaken with only the financial wealth. Here we are talking about that overall happiness, upliftment, all areas of your life is shining because of the entry or arrival of your partner in your life. So that means that the first house lord of the D9 chart has to be in a strengthened state. Second indication is that guys, when we talk about like specifically if your 7th house lord in the D9 chart, again guys, try to understand this thing. When we were looking at the main Lagan chart over there, I did not give much attention to the 7th house or 7th house lord, because that is just going to tell you about the direction which your matrimonial life is going to take. But in the D9 chart, which is an exclusive chart of your luck and fortune, which is very intimately connected with your luck as well, with your marriage as well. So because of which in the D9 chart specifically, if you will find that your 7th house lord is making any conjunction, any combination either with Jupiter or with the 9th house or with the 9th house lord, that is going to be a very strong indication that you will definitely gain good luck through marriage or through relationship. So this is one of the combination for that. Now guys, when we talk about the Upapada Lagna, now guys, the third and the last attribute for today's discussion is monitoring and studying the Upapada Lagna. So guys, the calculation part is very simple, like the way I explained it at the beginning of this video as well, that wheresoever your 12th house lord is placed in the chart, you have to go places ahead of it. So let me give you a very simple example. So let's take up the case of a Taurus Lagna. So if for a Taurus Lagna native, 12th house lord becomes the planet Mars. Now let's take up the case that Mars is placed in the 11th house. So that means 12th house lord is placed 12 houses ahead of it. It is placed in the 11th house. So all what you have to do is that you have to go the similar 12 places ahead of it. You will reach the 10th house. Now which zodiac sign you will find over there? You will definitely find the Aquarius sign over there. So that means now what you have to do is that you have to rotate the chart, and because Upapada Lagna is Aquarius for this Taurus Lagna person, and from over there you have to give attention to the second house, like the way it has been explained in the work in the books of K.N. Rao sir, that in the Upapada Lagn's second house he has given very strong emphasis over there, that if you will find benefic planets to be placed over there, like nothing could be a better combination, that in this reference chart or example, the Upapada Lagna was Aquarius. So in the second house, if you will find Venus to be placed over there, which is getting exalted in the Pisces, Jupiter is placed over there, so then this can be seen as a very good indication that through matrimonial life, native will gain lot many things. This could be good luck, this could be prosperity, all sort of blessings. So this is one of the way or one of the approach, guys, which I follow whenever I have to see the prospects of marriage or relationship or happiness on the account of marriage. Because a lot many times what happen is that people just look at the 7th house or 7th house lord's placement in the chart, and they come to this conclusion that okay, I should not be getting into marriage because my 7th house lord is debilitated, so that means I will have all sort of bad experiences through marriage. It's not like that. You have to see the individual placement of Venus, because this is a kind of an insight which I got because of the recent consultation which I did for someone. So in this girl's chart, her 7th house lord was definitely debilitated, but in her case her D9 chart was strong. Individually Venus was strong, 4th house lord was in a strengthened state, so that also adds up to the detail as well. Definitely if your 7th house lord is weak, marriage is going to go through some sort of difficult times. But over here as well, guys, now if you will see how intricate and layered astrology is. So the chart which I am mentioning over here, in this person's chart, her rising sign was Capricorn. So that means 7th house lord becomes the planet moon. Definitely it is getting debilitated in the 11th house, but it is getting debilitated in the 11th house. And there are other combinations which are like cancelling the debilitation. And 11th house is the house of wish fulfillment. So there are so many entities and layers which goes into it. But in this video, all what we learned was that if you actually want to know that what exactly you will gain through marriage, through relationship, look at the situation or placement of the 11th house from the Venus in the Lagna chart. In the D9 chart, if your 7th house is making any combination, 7th house lord is making any combination with the 9th house Jupiter, that could be a second indication. And individually looking at the Upapada Lagna and the second house placement from over there. So this is something, guys, which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.